Hello and welcome back to another year of Lubbock Christian High School football and the Lubbock Christian Eagle Coaches Show. Karson Robinson alongside head coach Chris Softley. And coach, it seems like it hadn't been long ago since we did this, back right before the state semifinal game last season. Now we're back for a new season in a new district in a new division, but still the same expectations on this team. And it's looking to be a fun year. We're going to go a lot of places this year. A lot of new faces, see a lot of new teams, but it's an exciting time to be an Eagle right now.
It is. It's a great time to be an Eagle. We have some new construction projects taking place on all four corners of campus. We've got a young, fresh team. I think they're excited, and I think they're ready to see what they're made of. You know, each year we say you get the pin and you kind of get to write the story of your season. And so who knows who will be this year, but the pin is in the hands of some kids that I really have confidence in, and certainly a staff that I believe in, and so I'm excited for where the season takes us.
And talking about one of the construction projects is right behind us. We can see it, the brand new stands and press box that I know myself and Dustin Simmons are happy we get to be in. We don't have to look into the sun anymore to watch a football game, but it's a great time to be at Lena Stevens Field. We only get 4 of them at Lena Stevens this year, so make sure you come and put your rear end in the seats and enjoy a football game here at this beautiful complex. But we talk about the kids that you have coming in. It's going to be a young team, but also a team that has some experience, especially at your skill position, your main skill position, in quarterback, running back. And then your receivers, you lost Carson Leatherwood and Connor Lack, thank you. Yeah. But you... And I don't mean this in any way to those two, but you don't drop off a whole lot with the Lukes moving into those slots.
I think that's the fun part is our receiver depth, really at Lubbock Christian since we've been here, has really been pretty broad.
It's like Texas Tech.
There we go, right? And so we've got a bunch of young guys that have had really good success at the JV level. They've come in at the end of games and got a chance to get some touches on the varsity field. And they're guys we have a lot of confidence in terms of their character and who they are and the way they'll be prepared for games. So we really are excited about them getting their chance to step up and see what they can do, and we think they'll make the most of it.
And you have the leader that a coach could dream of in Bax Townsend to lead this team. I know he's not the only one, but a guy like that to be the quarterback, to be a quarterback on the defensive side as well, for you guys, that's a huge deal to have a kid like that who brings the juice every day. Mm-hmm. We talk about that all the time, and the culture that you've built here at Lubbock Christian, he exudes that over the field and off the field as well.
Yeah, we're excited for Bax senior year, and hopefully the culmination of a whole lot of hard work for him and for our team. You know, we talk a lot about being a leader and what comes with being a leader. You know, the world is big to want to christen people and promote leaders, but the biggest thing is I mean, truthfully, you either are or you aren't. Yeah. And we talk to our kids a lot that it's how you carry yourself, but it's also who's walking behind you, because if you can tell a good leader by who's following them. And our team is united around the fact that that we're comfortable with the ball being in Bax's hands, and we love the fact that he's now battle tested, and we know what we're going to get game in and game out with Bax, like you said, on both sides of the ball, and we're excited to see the way others step up into new leadership roles this year as well.
And you talked about that. I'm glad you went there, because that's where I wanted to go. Guys like a Hagen Bartholomew, who originally thought he was going to be a skill position player, but because of some things that have happened here early in this season, he's made the decision to, and I'm sure with you guys involved in it, is to switch to the offensive line and help the team in that way. Unselfish culture, unselfishness. There's no selfishness on this team. There's no selfishness in this culture. There's no room for it. And speaking to those guys and guys like Will Hawley and kids like that, the do-rights, that makes you want to come to work every single day and be around these kids.
Yeah, and Hagen's a great example there. He's won a couple injuries in fall camp away from being one of those receivers that we were just talking about. And he's still got a big season ahead of him, and he'll probably play various positions, but just the fact that he would go as a senior and go, look, you know, most would say it's my time to do this, so I'm going to hold really tightly to it, and he's going to say, look, you know, I want to be open-handed to where I can serve best on this team. those are the things that you put down in the story of the season early on, and you look back to it at the end of the season and go, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
That made a huge difference for our team. And so hats off to him. Will Holly moving from a skill position into the line. And it's, like you said, it makes it really special to come to work because we get the opportunity to coach some fantastic kids from fantastic families. And it's pretty good. It's a pretty good time to be an Eagle. You already mentioned that.
It's always
I feel blessed.
And then we go to the schedule this year. Tough non-district schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, always try and schedule a tough non-district slate because we know what we have coming in the TAPS slate. Moving down to TAPS in a division doesn't make a big difference that much. It might be some new teams that we're seeing, but we know the pedigree in some of these schools that we'll be facing this year. But the non-district slate, you have Kermit this week, and then at Wellington, who's the number 4 team in the Class 2A in UIL, and then at Bovina, who's never not good, and they're always strong. That's the non-district schedule. Let's go through the non-district slate and preview what we got coming through in the next 3 weeks.
I think the fun thing about those 3 teams is that they have really quality coaching staffs. Kermit has had a couple years of struggle, brand new coaching staff coming in, new all-state running back coming in, a lot of success and a lot of energy. And I think the toughest time to play a team like that is the first game.
Yeah.
Because they are all sorts of confident and they're as strong as they've ever been. And I think Kermit's bound to have a breakout year. You know, I think Coach Ginsler's going to do a great job there. They'll be tough and disciplined and they'll play really, really hard. We're a program and a school with 132 kids.
Yeah.
All those schools are bigger than us. Kermit most notably, right, with 70 kids on their football team. And so it will be a fantastic challenge for us. We'll really get to test our depth, our conditioning, and then our mental fortitude, really to how we handle their size. But what a great opportunity. And then I know we'll get into it in later weeks, but Wellington and Bovina kind of speaks for themselves. Both those guys will be district champions this year, and they'll be a handful.
Yeah, always a handful. And those 2 guys, they've been in the playoffs the last few years. Wellington, obviously a household name if you follow anything about Texas high school football. The Skyrockets are one of the best every single year. And then the district, it looks brand new this year. Really the only common opponent that we'll see, actually there are 3 common opponents that counted technically as district games last year, Weatherford Christian, Munster, and Fort Worth Temple. But other than that, teams that we maybe haven't seen in a while or teams that we've never seen at all make up this district this year in Division 4.
The fun part is I hear from all these alumni about, I remember when we played Waco Rackets.
I remember when we played Waco Rackets. I'd rather not talk about it.
so those will be fun. Yeah. We get to go from Waco to Tyler to Dallas with FBA, and with the addition of those 3, and then a new school, Mercy Culture, which is Fort Worth Calvary, has kind of rebranded and has a new school, Mercy Culture, and they're really growing in that area. And so those guys all put together make up our district. And you mentioned the 3 that are carryovers, and we know well. Munster was in the state championship game last year. Weatherford is completely reloaded. They are extremely talented and probably have as high of expectations as anybody in the district. And then FBA, not too far removed from a state championship themselves. So very challenging district. We don't know really what we have until we get to see them on film. But we are excited to get on the road. You mentioned it's a little bit of a, it's a tourist mindset. We're going to go to a lot of different places and see different things, and so we're going to make sure to enjoy the trip as we can.
Yeah, and if you want to check out how many miles we'll be traveling this year, just go to the Dave Campbell's Texas Football website and look up Lubbock Christian, because they wrote an article on it and covered that a little bit, because we'll travel more than any other team in the state of Texas. And some districts combined, they won't travel as much as Lubbock Christian will this year. So it's going to be a fun year. And some people will say traveling doesn't sound fun, but whenever you get to go, like whenever I was we traveled a lot too. We went to Waco Riker. Don't want to talk about it, but getting to go on those road trips, really kind of the team building that you get on those road trips, you can't get from going to Amarillo or Abilene or right down the road to Idalou, something like that.
Right. No, it's just time away, and it's the busyness kind of starts to fade away, and it's just us and the team. And we put the phones up, spend a lot of time together. We have some mentor chapel time, we have some study hall time. We spend time on the road, literally touring other college campuses, going to see other venues, practicing in some people's stadiums. And so it's just been, over these last 6 years, it's really been a tremendous blessing. We have a lot of things in this program that I think are kind of essential cornerstone pieces, and I think the way we travel is a big one of those. It is a blessing, if you view it that way, to be able to get away, get with the boys, and then again talk about what really matters. Even football at some points even gets to the back burner because kids just feel more open to be able to talk and be real with their staff when they're away from kind of the residual routine. And so it's a joy for us. We're going to view it as a strength, and we're going to do everything we can to try to maximize that.
So Lubbock Christian will get the season started actually tomorrow, as the JV will head to Kermit to take on the Yellowjackets there down south. And then Friday night, Lena Stevens Field, 7 o'clock kickoff here at Lena Stevens. The Kermit squad will head up north, and Lubbock Christian will get the 2022 season kicked off. And it's going to be a fun season. I'm excited about it. I know everybody in blue and gold is excited about it. The coaching staff and the players have to be chomping at the bit. We had the Moms 101 here Monday night. They're excited about it. Lots of good things coming this year. And then volleyball will be at Denver City this weekend as well, Thursday and Saturday at the Denver City tournament. They've got off to a 9-1 start, coming off of a great season last year in the state tournament. Lofty expectations for Nina Watts and her squad as well.
Volleyball's fun to play, fun to watch play. Those girls are tough. I think we're really we have lots of depth, and so that makes it fun because the program at all three levels, even our JV teams, I just think the bar has been raised and girls are stepping up to that level of expectation. So volleyball off to a great start. Cross country has first meet on Saturday, and again, you said it, it's a great time to be an Eagle. It's a great time to be an Eagle. Follow us on Eagle Sports Network. We'll have all the action on Friday night for you right here on ESN on either MixLR or the NFHS network. We'll see you at Lena Stevens on Friday night. If not, join us on ESN, and go Eagles.